Hello everyone, PenguinCraftJr here, and we are back for another live stream. So guys, how's it going? I know it's been a while since you've seen me on this platform. So let me just get everything situated. There we go. Phone is broadcasting so I can see comments if and when they land. And let me just provide power to my phone. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. So just in case people comment, I can see. So, new update to COD and new event. So I will admit, I haven't played since the last time you really seen me play. Also, I saw someone watching. How are you doing? So yeah, I haven't played since the last time you guys see me. So yeah, I'm a bit. How should we? I'll probably be a bit rusty. That's fun. So I'll probably be a pretty bit rusty. But my aim is just to have fun. And also, so most likely what's going to happen is... One second, there's just new stuff. I'm tempted to change over to Otter. I'll keep it for Ghost for the time being. Why I'm tempted for Otter is because I've seen his... I think it's his voice actor on TikTok. And so I've been seeing a lot of Otter recently. Ooh. Okay, now knives can have tracers? Okay, that's cool. I'm sorry, I haven't seen any of this stuff. And one more to look at. Okay, okay, there's I lied, a few more. 16-bit tracer. I really want... So is it... Oh, it's just... I guess it shows it's just gonna look pixely. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. But still, that's cool. So... Let me just flip through here. Let me just clear everything out, because I do want to see everything. Twilight Blues. Pretty cool. I really want to make sure I clear all these off and see everything that there is. So yeah, give me... There we go. I'm going to go over to Warzone side just so I can confirm I will be in Zombie Royale. Is that... Is... Last team standing. No, I think that would put me into a team, so let's just do some Battle Royale solos. I'm not going to be working on getting the camos, unless if I swap back to multiplayer. I feel like I'm not being hit by my fan. It's... Maybe what it is I need to change the filter. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm not going to be working on camos, unless if I swap over to, multiplayer. But yeah, trying to think of what to say. Oh yeah, so, what I'm going to try to do, so, I haven't done it so far, so I need to figure it out and then do it. But I want to allocate more space to my boot camp drive, so that, you know, I can actually hold a game or two. Primarily, there are 3 games in particular, or 2 games in particular that I want to add. League of Legends, and one game that I've seen recently from one of my favorite YouTubers that I'm following, and I want to I might want to play it too. It's called Rebel Inc. Escalations, if I'm not mistaken. It seems like a cool game. It seems fun, and not gonna lie, semi up my alley. So I want to try it out. But yeah, so for me to do that, I want to allocate more storage space to my drive. That way I can, for example, I need like 15, 16 gigabytes for League of Legends, which is a lot. And even though it shows from my MacBook storage in that it still has like 15 gigabytes left, it's not letting me access those 15. So I think what I need to do is either see if I can troubleshoot that alone, or reallocate some storage space to it. I'm gonna go over here because I want to get the one from over here. Might be dropping a bit sooner than I would like. Yeah, I really probably should have dropped around TV station. Like I've mentioned, I am going to be really rusty. And I'm going to try not to scream if I get jump scared. I'll do my best. I mean, good thing is, I still have my room lights on from when I was kind of working here in my room today, so I haven't switched them back over to my... Okay, I'm gonna land military base instead. It's just closer. But yeah, so I want to reallocate more space over, and then I also need to figure out the 90% load problem. I mean, straight up what I could do is I could just straight up, I don't know if I want to though. Let me finish my train of thought before I get to that. So, I think what I could do is I could just... Okay, for Phasmophobia, I think I need to fiddle around with local files. So I might just need to straight up delete all my local files, which means I will start back... I will start back at level 1 in Phasmo, but that should be fine, right? It should be fine, and depending on everything, I could try to start that earlier in the day. I saw some blue pop up there. Guess not. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I'm sidetracked right now. Words. So yeah, I think that might be the only thing that I can do to fix the 90% loading screen problem, is to straight up just delete all my local files. Oh yay, we found it. No, we still want this. So yeah. Next thing so with that, so for me allocating more storage space, there are possibly two ways to go about it. The first way is deleting Windows Boot Camp, reinstalling it with the allocated space. I do not know how that works. I don't even think the first time I had the option to allocate space. I'm not sure. So the second way is I could... I need to read up more on the second way because I'm not entirely sure myself. I think I figured out how to semi-do it. It's just now I need to execute on it and, you know, actually get to work. and transfer the space over. Which, doing that, I don't think I have to delete it. There's some yellow tag on the ground, if I wasn't mistaken. Oh well. So, that's what are kind of my options. I either delete Boot Camp and redo the entire download process with the new allocated space, which might not be bad. I should do that because, you know, when I was trying to make room for other programs, I might have uninstalled some stuff that, you know, might have been needed for it to run. I don't know. So, to be on the safe side, I might need to just go ahead and straight up, like, remove Windows Boot Camp entirely and reinstall it. I don't really want to do that because, you know, the whole setup stuff takes a bit of time. And then after I get the base operating system loaded up, I then have to go and download Streamlabs OBS, my Discord, Steam, download the Steam games that I want. You know, it's just, I mean, it's not that bad of a process to do and not that hard. It's just extra time. If I don't have to do that, I don't really want. If I don't have to do it, then great, but that might be the only way I can go about it. But I think that will be the way that I go. Just straight up delete. Unfortunately, delete Boot Camp and just reinstall everything that I need with the allocated space. That might be worth it. And I think on my Mac, I have a terabyte hard drive. So, you know, I can actually allocate a bit of space. Let me move in for the kill. Of course, I'm not going to allocate, like, 90 gigabytes. At most, I'm probably only going to allocate 100 gigs. Did the Uzi feel slower? I think I also want to adjust my sensitivity. Yeah, turning sensitivity feels a little bit light. Not gonna lie. I want to do that. Might help. I don't know. But like, sure, I could allocate 500 gigabytes for Boot Camp. I'm not going to do that because, you know, or I could allocate 900 gigabytes to Boot Camp. Okay, I lagged there, I think. That, and I'm also really new. I haven't played for a bit. I might just do what I've been talking about, the deleting and reallocating a lot of space. And by a lot of space, I mean a good bit, because there's still like programs and download stuff that I might need to have on my Mac, and so, you know, I don't want to allocate 90% of my storage space to Boot Camp, because that's not the main operating system. So, you know how it is, right? You feel me? So yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and hopefully with deleting Boot Camp, that will actually fix my Phasmophobia problem. And then you know, I'll see who can play with me. I'll see if I can get Miniag on to actually be in Phasmophobia with me. I have Sparrow, who may have the requirements to play it. So I'll see if she can get the game and run it. And so I might have 3 hunters with me instead of just 2. Or just 1, depending on how things go. And then, depending on what my 1 to 2 or more, like, guest stars want to do, then I'd be inclined to go League of Legends, because, you know, I kind of want to do that. Also, feel. It feels really loud. So I'm dropping down to 30%, as you can see. I think there's a bit of server lag. Maybe from my end. Is my phone? No, my phone's not on my house Wi-Fi, so I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I saw that jump right there. So I personally want to go to League of Legends after I play Phasmophobia for a bit. That's just what I'm inclined to do. And if my friends, I would probably be more inclined to do League of Legends if I can get my friends to play with me. If not, and if I do decide to get Rebel Inc. Escalations, and if people are still in voice with me but aren't so inclined to play with me, I could then do Rebel Inc. Escalations. They can join chat, my voice chat, and we can just chat, and I can play the game. Yeah, something feels up like lag or sensitivity issues. Also, I wasn't really using my look. Wow, no chest over here. I wasn't really like using my right joystick to look around. Okay, I kind of jumped. Not gonna lie. Well, also lag. That got my heart going a little bit. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of lag on my... Okay, well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to do this. Okay, so he heard me break. I think I did break his armor, though. But good on him. He did good. So yeah. Where was I going before? I forget. But so that's gonna be one of my quote-unquote projects for tomorrow. Good, I can't ADS. What? How? Was I not on the flag? Might not have been on the flag. Huh. Oh well. So yeah. Where was I going? I had a point. Well, I did. Where was I going with that? I don't know. So that's gonna be Okay, so yeah, getting boot camp more storage is going to be one of my main missions for tomorrow. And with that, I am going. Yeah, that's gonna have to happen tomorrow. Um, and so that's why I didn't try to stream Phasmophobia tonight. Uh, because I want to do stuff to the computer itself. So yeah. What else? Let me think. Um, I don't think Walker will be joining us tomorrow. Um, because I think it's one of his like drill weekends on Saturday. So that means he's gonna be up super early. So he's probably not gonna be able to be on. Which is a bummer. I won't have my good pal Walker. But hopefully we can have Mini Egg. And possibly Sparrow. We'll see about Sparrow and Mini Egg. DM them later tonight and chat with them, see what their prerogative is. But yeah, I'm going to do my best to get the boot camp working. I do have some other more pressing stuff to do first. Like, for example, I have a English essay due next week on the 30th. It's 1,100 word paper, and I can either. There are 4 topics. 2 of the topics are over a documentary thing that I didn't watch, haven't watched kind of deal. So I'm not going to do that. And the other one's over an article or book or something called like The Hippie by Hunter someone or another. Which I also haven't read yet. I'm thinking... Oh, did I already found it? Nice. I'm thinking I'll just go ahead and do the one by Hunter so-and-so, the hippie. Read that and do it, kind of thing. Or do my paper on that. Because, you know, I haven't watched the documentary, and I don't think it's free. So that's why I haven't watched it, kind of deal. So yeah. No, I didn't get it. Oh, let me go here. There's probably already people here, but so what? So yeah. I need to read The Hippie by Hunter, whatever his last name is. And then I can, then I'm going to start writing my paper. Okay, I got this one. That's good. My ideal goal is I get the paper done by the end of this week. And so all of next week I can spend editing, and I can send it out to my mom and my sister, who are really good at words and writing. So, you know, I can ask them to, hey, here's my paper. Can you look over it? If you have any editing software, can you possibly run it through it for me? I'll see what software I can find for free that I can run through. and that kind of stuff. But yeah, there we go. Not sure how I feel about this gun. I'm pretty sure it's the Odin. Yeah, it looks like the Odin from what I know. And I think that's an Odin's gun. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's a bit slower to fire. Armor damage. I know that might be a bit of a waste of an armor box, but you know, he doesn't get it. He hopped out of the car. I'm partially expecting him to go through possible underground tunnels, get up on this side if that is possible. See if that car gets got back in, if he gets back in the car, and we'll kind of just goalie here for a bit. I need to get in some kind of building so I can have cover from the rest of downtown. I could also continue searching for from downtown, see if I can find the box here. Because the box is, I'm pretty sure, is random for every player. So it's not a one-fits-all. I'm going to go up this staircase instead of the ladder. I just have the feeling that someone's going to have a claymore up here. But yeah. So, I have to do that English paper by the weekend. 1,100 words, not... The bad thing is, I also have a history 400 word thing due tomorrow at noon. So, unfortunately, I know what I'm doing post-stream. I mean, it's only 400 words, and if I can't finish it all... If I can't finish all tonight, then I can wake up earlier in the morning, or my normal time in the morning, and just kind of get straight to working. And I'll have plenty of time to finish. I think I can finish it. That was the parachuter, right? I could have promised you I heard someone parachute in. But I'm not seeing them. Oh well. But so yeah, it should only, the history paper should only take me 30 minutes. English paper, reading it, I copied all the words, put it into Google Doc, and the sizing and all that it's already in is 7 full pages long and a bit. So 7 and a bit pages long, maybe 7 and a fourth. So onto the 8-page marker. So yeah. That's going to take me a bit of time to read through. Not looking forward to that. Oh, new contract spawned. Cool. Yeah, not looking forward to that. They're reading like 8 pages worth. I mean, yeah, it's only 8 pages, but still, that's... Reading is not my strong suit, so it's gonna take me a good bit of time to read that. So yeah. Not so inclined. I'm not cheerful about reading how much it is. But, you know, I need to read it so that I can, you know, do my assignment. Okay, there we go. I already had a primary, so I wanted to go to this gun. This MP5. I know it's not the most Battle Royale ready MP5, most likely. But it's what I have. If I had a good SMG, then I would have gone for my normal Battle Royale kit. I hear that loot box. I'm hunting it right now. Oh, I probably shouldn't be hunting this box. Okay, where is it? Partially expecting a jump scare from that one, but okay. Also expecting a jump scare from that one. I was going to say, if he got out, I was going to try to take him. He got out. Is he going on foot, or did he get sniped? Ah, that's why he couldn't get his car down. There we go. Just find out someone else, and there are people here. Let me get inside. Other than I want to loot from him, let's go. I don't have a trophy system, right? Nah, if I do, I probably should have thrown it down the hood. No, I have stopping power. Okay, that's fine. I'm being checked. Great. This is a defensible position up here. I really should stop at a store and buy myself stuff. I saw that back door open up. Or not open up, but I saw that was open. Oh yay, we found this one. That counts as hills, really? I'm listening out right now, because they're near. I mean, this is actually a decent angle. As long as they don't look up through there, they won't really see me. Okay, bounty averted, they died. Problem is, I don't know how they died. I'm guessing. Whoa, lag. I'm guessing zone damage. I know I need to be moving, but I'm a little bit of a loot goblin right now. Not going lie, so I heard an extra footsteps right there. Not going there. That looks like a death trap. Did you see the body on the ground? 'Cause I did. Keep my ears out. There are still 30 people alive, 31 people alive, 30 people alive now. I don't know if that includes me or not. Train. Oh, okay. Combat up here. Here's ground floor. 2 buildings back, I think. I need to get inside. Standing out here will only get me killed. Oh, that scared me. It was Hyperscape downloading. Good job. Yeah, no line of sight. I want to close the door behind me so that, you know, if I need to, or if someone tries to push me, they might shoulder charge door, so I would, you know, hear them. Just precautionary. No, okay, good. Thought I saw a little human head up there. Looks like it might be probably around racetrack. Probably around racetrack finish. I think this gun does have a suppressor, so that's fine. Is that a racetrack? No, racetrack's down here. So it's probably gonna be about actually here probably for finish. Here's the nearest shop. That's a decent rotation I can take. Parkour. I need to keep moving. Someone charged out of that building. Let me go up through hills. I don't see promenade on the trick-or-treat locations. Right, Childer. I'm gonna have to kill this dude as he's running away. I do have C4. This isn't the best position, kind of exposed to West Promenade, but still. He's got a ride jolt. He's probably not going to be rushing out now. What I could try to do is I could try to run past him to go to this guy. As long as they're not on the rooftop, they shouldn't have line of sight on me. Knew I heard footsteps. Yep. Haha. Got you through the wall. Good. Did he cluster strike himself? And I need both rush. Yeah. Any cars? Not for a bit. Now you may be wondering, when did I get good at Warzone? I don't know. This is a fluke. I have no idea. Surprisingly, I'm doing good, decent. I haven't even been to the store once. Yep. Six people left. Let's see what we can do. Back over here. Ooh, whoa. No clue where they are. They're there. He and I both need to move. He's running now. I think his side collapses sooner. Yeah. Oh, there's no good cover. Oh, he drop shotted. Good job, dude. Good job. Whew. What gun is that? Is that a kilo? I can't tell. But hey, for one of our, what was that? I guess third game back? Getting top 5. That's pretty good. 7 kills too. That's really good. That was a pretty good game. We stayed alive for a long time. Man. Yeah, we kind of... I don't know what I could have done better there. Besides for positioning, that's the only thing I could have done better. That dude was in zone, and he had a really fast rate of fire gun versus Odin, so... Maybe if I didn't take the pop shots at the dude who was shooting at me, maybe if I didn't do that, I would have been fine. But you live and you learn. You know what I'm kind of curious about? What version of Call of Duty are the esports in? I actually can't say that. I don't know if they're in PC or controller version. I mean, technically, yeah, you could hook up a controller to a PC. Tempting, tempting. I don't think my college has Call of Duty as an esports. Oh well. Bummer. So, speaking of esports, yeah, I threw away my shot. Even though have been listening to a lot of Hamilton, and one of the ones I've heard a lot is, you know, my shot and that kind of stuff, and, you know, a whole repeating word is don't throw away your shot. Yeah, I threw away mine. I mean, okay, I didn't throw it away, because they should have tryouts next year, right? They should, keyword. And so, you know, in favor of not embarrassing myself, trying out for the team with, you know, only less than a week's worth of game time, like, probably only a day worth of actual in-game knowledge, or less, instead of embarrassing myself by looking like I'm just throwing or feeding, in favor of preserving kind of my reputation of, and not make them think I'm a feeder, which in video games, especially like MOBAs, like League of Legends, feeding is where you just purposely die to the enemy. Yeah, that's not really something. People don't like it when other people feed, and that's something you don't want on, like, an esports team, especially if they're paying you money. Which, I mean, I'm not saying that I want to be on the esports team because I want to be on a team. Now, yes, having a scholarship for it makes it so much more appealing. But, you know, I kind of want to be on a team kind of deal. Especially an esports team. Oh well, we already found it, I think. Especially... Okay, that was creepy. Especially for me, like... There's been... Okay, not gonna lie, there's been a few times in my past sports that I've been, you know, selected to go to more or less an invitational only tournament kind of deal. Or get into like an invitational based team. The two times in particular have been um, when I was trying. The kind of invitational team was demo team, which essentially what demo team is. So I'm talking about Taekwondo here. So what demo team is pretty much you go out and it's kind of like putting on a show, a performance, to get people to join your team, to get people to come and you know what I'm trying to say? Get people to actually come and, spend money to be a part of your gym. So, demo team's kind of like a propaganda machine. Yeah, look at all that we learned here. Look at our whippy flippy tricks. Join us. Not gonna lie, that's practically what it is. So we would go around to, like, festivals and stuff like that and just kind of show off, try and get people to join us. But to do that you had to try out to get into the squad. He ran. Whoever was sending me. So, but I actually got into the squad. I tried out, and I got in the team. And then another thing that I've said is going to an invitational tournament. I think I might only have been to one, but there's a second tournament that might have been an invitational as well. I don't remember. So technically, I've been to like one or two invitational tournaments, which means, I honestly don't know how. Like, I didn't sign my name up or anything. My instructors just kind of said, we want you to go to this tournament. And when I was there, I don't remember seeing anyone else from my gym. To my knowledge. So, it's like... And, I mean... You know how it is. It's like, they asked you to be a part of people kind of representing your gym. That's like an awesome thing. And, I mean... For me, it was a pretty big deal. I mean, I didn't really do sports or anything like that. In my family, my sister is the athletic one. She was doing all sorts of stuff when she was young. Like, she did gymnastics for the longest of times. Then she's done cheerleading and tennis and that kind of stuff. So, my sister's the athletic one who goes to tournaments. I mean, when I was doing Taekwondo, I would go to a few tournaments here and there. Any ones that could go to, I pretty much did, as long as I wasn't out of town on vacation, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so, that's kind of why. And, if you try out and they say that they want you on the team, I mean, it's kind of that, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you kind of get my feel. I want to be a part of a team that goes to competitions and do stuff and possibly, claim to fame, being in this sports, esports, that kind of stuff. I think that's a third party. Yeah, third party. Okay. So yeah. But I mean, so for me not trying out for the team, there are probably two things stopping me. Most likely the main thing that was stopping me, besides for the classic, oh, the only thing stopping you is yourself. Yes, that was stopping me. But the main thing is, you know, I didn't have, pro level skills in the game, so, if I try out, the worst thing that could happen is, they kind of make a mental note and like, okay, this username, this student ID number, they threw in their first stuff. Let's not, if he tries out again, let's not accept him to the team because of, his past tryouts. I didn't want that to happen. Bad reputation kind of deal. I didn't want that, and plus, I would build up in my head that this is going to be awesome. I'm going, a little bit of ego getting in the way kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, I can totally be a part of the team, and then they not accept me. I didn't want that to happen. Oh, okay. Oh, one more second and I would have stood up. A good one on him. He did good. I missed a few shots that I probably shouldn't have. Probably also should have swapped out to the SMG. That would have been better. Try to loot up a house or two on the way. Got another lethal. Would have been better too. Save my gas grenade until he hopped out of the car. Hindsight's 20/20 and all. And also another thing that kind of was stopping me is I didn't, and I still haven't come up with a more permanent, channel name. A more permanent brand name. And speaking of which, I want to do that. That's still something on my head, and I've been thinking about it. Was he playing AFK? I want to get an execute on him. I got greedy. Oh well. That's what you get for being greedy. Try and get an execute. Oh well. But so I'm thinking that coming up soon I would want to try to go onto Twitch. But I want to make a more permanent name for myself. Because yeah, PenguinCraftJr, pretty good name. But seeing that I've only done Minecraft 4 times within the entirety of my channel, having the word craft in my name just doesn't, sound fitting. And also, like I've mentioned before, PenguinCraftJr, you search it, you add spaces, that kind of stuff, it's not going to instantly pull up my channel. So it's not really search efficient. And plus, PenguinCraftJr, you hear it, and in your head, you're probably thinking more of a kid channel kind of deal. And, well, yes, that will be my orientation, family-friendly content. At least the words you hear from me will be family-friendly. I'm not doing kid stuff. Whoa, lag. So, I want to try and make a name that's more mature and stuff like that. Make it sound just better. And I don't know. And so a while back, when I was heavily, before, literally a week before I was supposed to do tryouts, before I decided, no, I'm not going to do it, because I don't want to embarrass myself and that kind of stuff, I was thinking of trying to make it medieval themed, because so as of recently, watching. I've been watching a Twitch streamer recently, and I don't really watch Twitch that often, but I've subscribed and on YouTube, that is. I haven't subscribed on Twitch, and I'm following this person on Twitch called Dusk the Viking, and I followed and his stuff just recently because of Phasmophobia. It came out, and I was like, ooh, Phasmophobia, I'm going to follow you, I like your content. And so, as his name says, it's Dusk the Viking, and, he kind of inspired me to want a more medieval-sounding name, because one aesthetic that I love about his channel is his tavern theme. Like, when people come to raid him in his, intro, it's going through a village and you end up at the local tavern. And his Be Right Back screen is the door leading into the tavern. And also, whenever he goes to his face cam, where it's just him in the foreground and really nothing else, it's a tavern scene in the background. And I gotta say, I love that aesthetic. It looks awesome. And so I wanted to make a medieval sounding channel name so that I could have kind of tried to do a similar aesthetic to that, a tavern aesthetic. Something that I've recently thought of is I don't have to have it sounding medieval themed, so I could have more of a medieval tavern feel. I can name it whatever I want and just have that be the background and stuff, and if I have to explain, I can just say it's my choice. I want to have a tavern. It seems cool and that kind of stuff. But that being said, and also with his channel name Dusk the Viking, his paid subscribers, people who are paying money to watch him, I don't know what his followers are called, the people who are watching, who get his notifications and that kind of stuff, but not paying money. I don't know what that position's called, but the people who pay money and stuff, every time that someone subscribes or someone gifts subs, it's you have elevated people's status to that of a Viking rock god. Almost for a word, that is what he says. And so, I kind of wanted, having a medieval sounding thing means that it's easier to, give your subscribers a more or less specific name or specific title instead of just subscribers or followers. You can have it thematic. I mean, technically, no matter what I could do, I could still try to figure out some theming of if you're a follower on Twitch, this is what you're called, and if you subscribe, this is what you're called. I could still do something like that, and I can still find a way to work it into my channel name kind of deal. But that I haven't. A lot of stuff is still more or less tentative, because I know what I want to do. I know what I want and kind of more or less nice to haves. It's just now I need to figure out how to make it happen. And figuring out more or less the exact name scheme and that kind of stuff. And there's someone up here. And one thing that I'm having trouble with is I want to bounce my ideas back with people. Okay, good job. No, I want to bounce my ideas back. Essentially have assistance with coming up with my name. Like, oh, here's what I'm singing. What do you think? And, well, I would probably... Well, yes, I could start discussing it here. One, I very rarely drop viewers live in a stream. Every now and then, yes, I do have people watching, but for the most part, it's just me. Ooh, nice. It's, you know, it's just me watching my own videos so I can see chat if someone joins. So, you know, I can't actively communicate with people. So, you know, that's kind of a hard to bounce ideas back and forth when the only person watching is yourself, you know? So, yeah, you know, I want someone... And also, I don't really want to say it over, like, stream petty enough or whatever. They might be like, oh, you are liking the idea of this name? Snipe. And they just go ahead and make a Twitch account, make an email account, whatever, with the name that I came up with. And then I can no longer do that unless if I change stuff about it. So, you know, I don't really want people to try snipe my name, so I don't want to broadcast it on the air. Do I think that would... And I don't want to broadcast it on the air until it's finalized. Do I think that will actually happen? Yes and no. While a majority of the people who I know watch my channel, they're my friends. So they hear all these conversations I have, these thoughts and ideas I have, at 1 o'clock in the morning when I put them in Discord. While they don't technically, like, stay up to date on what I'm talking about, and I have, like, my own subsection of the group Discord, and so we all do. We have our own little, like, rooms that we can talk in, that's more specialized towards us. So, like, mine's called the Igloo kind of deal. Because, you know, PenguinCraftJr. Penguin. Igloo. Makes sense. But, you know, not many people actually reply to comments I have in my sub-server. Very few actually do. Which I'm not saying I'm opposed to. Because, for the most part, it's just ramblings of a madman, you could say. But, you know... like, so, most of the people who actually watch my videos... That was horrendous lag. I'm gonna say... Well, I wish I could say 100% or even 90%, a higher percent. I can't. I don't actually know if my friends watch and how often and that kind of stuff. So, you know, I can't claim any specific numbers. Whoa, that's a lot of drops. Wow. But so, I would say the majority of the views I get on my channel are from my friends, from the people who I know, because also in the Discord server that I'm in, they have an automated thing where if people post stuff on, like, we have a few small-time Twitch streamers. I think 2 of my other friends have a small channel that they occasionally post to, that kind of stuff. So, and myself. So, you know, if someone goes live, it sends an automated message to the server saying, hey, so-and-so is live. And adding people who have a certain tag, right? You know how it is in Discord, right? You have roles and people who have the roles, so you can add the roles kind of deal. So, yeah. So I'd say 90% of my views, or majority, let's say a majority, not 90%, but let's say a majority of them come from my friends. I doubt any of my friends would do that. I doubt my friends would try snipe a name that I came up with. I doubt that. I'm fairly confident in them that they wouldn't do it. So, I have faith in them that they wouldn't do that. But still, I don't want to say, even though a majority of the people watching on my channel are most likely my friends, people that I know, still, there are people who that the rest aren't people that I actually know in person, so I can't claim character for. I can, for a good certainty and good majority of the people within my Discord server, I can claim their character. I know their character, kind of, so I could claim character for let's say if we are assuming the majority of the views come from my friends, then that means I can claim character for a majority of the people watching my channel. But still, there are those people who I don't know, so I can't claim their character, so I don't know if they would snipe the name out from underneath me. So, I don't want to say the names I'm coming up with, because I don't want the names stolen out from under me, because, coming up with a good channel name isn't easy, kind of deal. I mean, maybe it is and maybe it isn't. But for me, I'm struggling coming up with a name, and I don't have anyone. One, I hardly leave the house. The only time I leave the house is really for school. Every now and then to walk around my neighborhood, run around my neighborhood, that kind of stuff, exercise in my neighborhood. But I'm not going to count that because I'm not actually interacting with people. So really, the only time that I leave my house is for probably 2 hours not every Tuesday, because there are some Tuesdays that I just don't go to class in person, but for class at my college, my calculus class. Desks are 6 feet apart because COVID, and I do not talk to a single person there. So literally, I am in and out without saying a word. So, and I don't see any of my friends in person, so I have no one in person, or that I could easily dial up, that I could converse with about channel names and ideas. I mean, sure, I do have my friends' phone numbers and that kind of stuff, but I would rather, get them on Discord, because, if I call them on the phone, they'll most likely pick up. But, they might not be able to talk then, so it's probably just better if I, wait until they were on Discord so I could talk with them, kind of deal. But yeah, I really don't have, and even then, the people on Discord, we're all busy with our own individual tasks and schoolwork and hobbies and works and whatnot. So when I'm on Discord, they might not be. When I want to talk about my channel stuff, they might be in the middle of their school day in person at my old high school, at the old high school I went to. So, when I get an inspiration to start discussing about my channel, no one's online, kind of deal. So, now, I know what you're saying, or maybe thinking, I'm just complaining. I'm not really complaining, I'm just... Because I have no one else in the call or people in chat, I have to provide all the words myself, kind of deal. And so, if someone pops into my head, I'm most likely going to say it. And it may sound like I'm complaining, but I'm not really. Maybe if I had the other gun out, it would have melted him faster. And maybe I need to crouch. I don't know. Oh well. Gulag. So, you know what I mean. I don't have anyone in person that I can, like, reliably talk to. So I have no reliable communications. And sure, I could do it over text, but I would rather hear, and by text I also mean like text in Discord, but I would rather hear verbally from the people, because, it's easier to detect sarcasm, that kind of stuff. And plus, it's more fluid. Because, well, it could take me a full minute or so to type up exactly what I want to say. Oh well. By the time I'm finishing typing up, they, because, you know what I mean, it's not easy. Because, like, here's my idea for the name, and here is my X, Y, and Z reasons behind why I think this is a good name. Or, yeah, here's X, Y, and Z why I want to name my channel this, name my brand this. And sure, I could just put up the name, but, then I would want to immediately put up my context, like, here is exactly why. And by that time, they could already shoot down, like, they could say, I don't like that name. I mean, you can use it, but for your channel, I think it should be different. Or you should tweak it, or something like that. And they don't hear the reason behind why I think it's a good name. And sure, I could just do everything when no one's online, so that when they come back from the end of a school day, they can read through, like, 18 paragraphs. Which they won't do, so, or probably wouldn't do, so, I'd rather try to get them on voice, but, if they join voice, they're not going to be wanting to talk about my channel, they're going to want to be chatting with friends and other stuff, not my channel. So, it's, in real life, I'm fiddling with my chair right now, trying to get it comfortable. You know what I mean? So, and I want to say, I know it's probably sounds like I'm complaining, and I'm not complaining, I'm just discussing and letting out my mindset. And so, it's not complaining, it's, here's my mindset behind it, and because that's kind of important to know. There's an invisible stair right here. I saw it. Ooh. Oh, that's funny. The invisible stairwell. Hydropower and downtown are the next two. Let's go fire station. So I don't know if these trick-or-treat locations, if it's like, okay, my specific box that I'm looking for is in the upper story of the house by fire station. And if that chest doesn't spawn, then I can't get it this round. Or if it's, okay, every round we randomize which one for you will contain the trait. So you have to find it for the round. I don't know if it's randomized per round or if it's per ID, player ID. I don't know, so... Someone's trying to grief me out of the sky. I don't like that. Here we go. Fortunately, I don't have ammo. Or armor. Whoever was griefing me out of the sky made sure of that. It's downtown and zone. Yeah. Problem with downtown is there's just so many like loot locations. I'm not saying anything right now because I'm kind of hard focusing because I have no armor. And you know what they say, desperate times comes for desperate measures. So that's why I was breaking out the windows. I had a hunch that someone was looking for me, trying to kill me. And so if I broke multiple windows and then jump out of one of the early ones I broke, they might not be able to ID me where I'm coming out from, so I can get the jump on them. And guess what? It worked. I got the jump on them. Now I have on par armor for if I just landed. That's fine. That can work. Sworn enemy. That's funny. I have a hunch someone's here. Oh well. I need to be moving out anyway. Problem is I don't know where the subway systems are. I know there's one in downtown and Promenade. You fought valiantly. I can't say. I don't know how to pronounce that word. You fought well, friend. You fought well. You don't know how to pronounce the word? You fought well. You did good. Yeah, I don't know where the subway stations are. So I think train is talking about subway, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm just kind of trying to go down the list because it'll be easier to keep track of. Or I should go up the list. I don't know. I can go Superstore. I should get in the car though. I'm hearing that up there. Never mind. Spotter's nice, but gas is better. Yeah, I mean, spotter is nice. Don't have targeting reticle or the, sniper glint. But I mean, I could also have like something like a stun grenade, which could actually give me a bit of offensive advantage. I jumped, but I was thinking that was going to happen. I just didn't brace myself hard enough. Also, that was really loud. But I should have said, I'm guessing it's going to be in here. I think there might be a higher... Actually, I don't know. What I was going to say is, I think there's a higher percent chance, higher to 100% chance that if it's an orange crate, a legendary crate, you will get the jump scare. I do not know that for certain, but I'm guessing it is. Either that or it's just kind of a character percent. So you have kind of like in Rainbow Six Siege, the loots, the alpha packs. You have 20% chance, or this might not be worth it. Boy, I'm gonna die by zone, am I? Oh no, I have a mask. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. Am I? No, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna take too much health damage. I don't have a stim shot. I don't think this will give me enough health. Yeah, no. Well, that's a bummer. Now we have to fight in Gulag. Oh well. But that might not be bad. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see, where was that going? So it could be like the alpha packs. You roll a dice, or, it's a percent chance. Like a 5% chance, or 0.5% chance that the crate you open will trigger it. But for every miss, or for every time you open it and it doesn't trigger, that percent chance grows. So if it starts out at 0.5, every time you open a chest it goes to 0.5 and then resets. Is that true or accurate? I have no clue. I'm just theorizing. But I can't even say statistically it's possible, because I don't know the algorithm for the jump scares. Or maybe every orange chest is guaranteed jump scare. Those are the two kind of theories. It's either orange chests are guaranteed, and every other chest is a percent chance that increases every jump scare you don't get. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know. I don't know the algorithm, so I can't say for certain. But yeah. I knew that jump scare was coming. Or, I highly guessed. Okay, so back to kind of my channel thing. The reason why I kind of wanted a medieval thing, and besides for the fact that, it's inspired by Dusk the Viking, I really like the aesthetic, like I've said. And so, an aesthetic that I love would be like that I want to say old Hearthstone ad, but I don't know if it's old or not. I mean, it happened like several years ago. Uh, but it was a certain Hearthstone song that they had. Uh, but essentially, how the like trailer advertisement for it went is a girl was walking through the forest, followed a mouse um, in a snowy forest at night, and got to the Hearthstone like card deck, and it teleported her to the Hearthstone Tavern. And when she got there, it's all bright. There's fireplaces, and it's all like bright, warm, and like people were, you know, the camaraderie of it. Like people were all like buddy, close together, even though they were competing against each other, trying to win Hearthstone. You know, they were all part of the song was like towards the end, I guess, like everyone kind of huddled up for a group hug or something. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in years. But I still kind of remember the Hearthstone Tavern, a nice warm place surrounded with many fire pits and people having just a merry time, relaxing, having good competition with each other, relaxing, compared to the what could be said as the outside world, which was snowy and nighttime. And I mean, literally, that commercial for Hearthstone literally hit like 90% of just the right chords with me. Snow. Kind of nighttime snowy forest. Fireplaces. The warm, cozy feeling of a fireplace. Literally, it checked off every single marker in the book. That was like, yes, I want this place to be real. I want to be at this Hearthstone Tavern. Literally, it checked off every single mark, and it literally had like 90% of the pages in the book for me. So I like, you know, I like the kind of aesthetic. I like the feel that Hearthstone Tavern has. So, you know, Dusk the Vikings channel is just kind of the first time that I've really seen it, you know, on Twitch kind of thing. And it's the first time that I thought to make that kind of like a theme for my channel, like a generalized aesthetic for my channel. And I would want to try to do this. And I mean, I think I've already said this once, but it would probably be easier to incorporate the aesthetic that I want if I had kind of my channel be medieval themed, or the name of it to be more of a medieval scheme. A medieval naming scheme. So I just think it would be easier if I had the medieval naming scheme. Because it's like a easier leap. But like I've said, I technically don't have to, because it would be kind of my choice of what aesthetic I'm aiming for, right? To me, it just seems like a more logical, quote-unquote logical jump in conclusion. And it's not as jarring as if I were to make mine, you know, PenguinCraftJr, but then literally have no penguins involved, right? Or, for current channel, PenguinCraftJr, but there's no Minecraft. Wow, that almost kind of sounded clickbaity. My name's PenguinCraftJr, but I don't do Minecraft. But, you know, that's, all in all, I'm trying to say, that's what's flowing through my head And, I kind of want to try to see if I can execute upon it sooner rather than later. And as I've already said, I don't want, like, you guys, my subscribers, people watching, to know until I already have the names written down and in my possession. Like, I would, before I say, here's my new channel name, it's going to be a bit before I fully incorporate and swap over the current name to the new name. It's going to be a bit, but here's the name, so start seeing some stuff to transfer over. Like, I want to already make sure that, everything's, like, the Twitch name is already in my possession. I don't know if I want to keep the PenguinCraftJr email, or see if I can, I don't think I can swap it over. I think I would need to create a whole new, like, Gmail for PenguinCraftJr. Or from PenguinCraftJr, make a whole new Gmail. I don't know, though. And, of course, some things might not be able to swap over, like, for example, my Call of Duty account. Might not be able to swap over, because, if I swap over it, I might lose. I don't think I can without making a whole new account, and for that, wait a second. Is there a TV station on here? Yes, there is, and I still haven't found. Okay, more searching then. I'm walking right now because I thought I heard running. Guess I didn't. Okay. I would rather not the populace know my future name before I have, like, everything in my possession. Like I've already mentioned, trolls would, if they hear me talking about new names, and then I start saying, I'm starting to really like this name, I need to think about it a little bit more, but I think this is going to be my new name. People who want to troll me or whatnot, they would go ahead and make a Twitch account in that name. There we go, I got it. And, it's not that hard to make a Twitch account and an email account. A new email address and Twitch account. It's not that hard. So, I would whoa, okay. I've kind of beaten around, or talked about being like a dead horse or whatever. Being a dead horse, I've said it over and over again. I don't want to announce my name, because the second I announce it, someone, before I have a Twitch account and an email address and that kind of stuff in my possession, someone is going to copy take the name for themselves and make their own channels. And since it's not that hard to do, they can do it the second I'm talking about it. They will have the name, and boom, they have it. And unless if I want to do like the real so and so, or the real and then the name that I created, or the name that I kind of processed, and I mean, sure, yeah, it's, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, unless if I want to make the name different, like add TTV for, Twitch.tv, or something like that, to, solidify that it is mine. Unless if I want to do that, or like YT for YouTube. Unless if I want to do that, which I wouldn't really want to. Most likely, having like a clan or team tag as TTV wouldn't be bad. Like how down by the name, it's bracket PCJAG, and then PenguinCraftJr, or open bracket PCJAG, close bracket PenguinCraftJr. Like that open and close, in between the open and close bracket, I could add TTV or YT or whatever. Okay, good one. Adieu. Good job. That scared me, by the way. I was not expecting someone to be here. Oh well. But you know what I mean. So yeah. That's why I haven't. That's why I kind of want to do all of my deliberating and name generation offline, off stream. Oh well, good job. Because the only people to hear about it eliminates like 7 billion people down to like 8 people. So if anyone steals a name out for under me, because I would probably do my research like, okay, here's a name that I'm thinking of, let's go on Twitch and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and maybe look at Twitter and Facebook, I guess. Just, check all of the media and see if this name has been taken. It has, okay, time, go back to the drawing board. What's name number 2? Here it is. And then check again. And as long as I come up with a name that has not already been taken, that someone else already has, then the only way that someone were to have it at that point would be like 1 of 8 people. And those would be people that I know on Discord. People that I know in real life. So yeah, it's easier to target, or easier to narrow down who has something against me, if that were the case. Like, oh, someone stole my name. I specifically, as only, this name was not taken a week ago, and these are the only people that I told about the name, and it's really random. I mean, sure, still someone could have, because essentially, if you take all the characters in the English dialect, sure, just like, for example, in the digits of pi, you can find every single number combination you can in a row, because pi is, infinite. So you could literally find your exact social security number within pi. Your exact, what is it, like 9-digit social security number that was given to you by the government, the U.S. government. You know what social, that stuff. That they randomly generated at your birth. Yeah, you can find that within the digits of pi. So, just like that, technically, all that is coming up with a name is just randomizing the characters in the English dialect. And if you add numbers and like special characters like exclamation points and that kind of stuff, then that makes it a little bit harder, but still it's just a random combination of those either logic or non-logic. So technically, it's really like for example, what's then there's like before Among Us. What's Paulus saying? I don't know. Like whatever the name of the like one of the first maps, the ship map, Skeld, I think. If that was not already like a sci-fi thing before, it became one. And so, you know, it's a random combination of letters, and boom, you have a new name. I swapped out the wrong weapon. But so, you know, technically, if when I just like, I'll literally look it up an hour before I create my name, like finalize it and make an account for a new name. Oh, here's a train station. Like I'll double check the medias and see if the name has been taken. And I mean, that probably doesn't mean that, you know, someone that I know took the name, because, you know, random chance that someone comes up with the same exact idea for a name as me. But it could still happen. Someone could randomly think of it. So I just need to get people into a room with like a mirror, or like a one-way mirror, and a single bright desk lamp, and then like, did you make this account name? And then, depending on what they say, they'll either be telling the truth or lying, and I will figure it out because of the one blinding light. I'll be able to figure out if they're lying or not, because that's how it works, right? And so I will be able to know if someone did, one of my friends stole my name or not. I kind of want to see if you could run through that door, but I also don't want to get into the gulag. I don't know where this next one goes. Also, isn't there a timer that says when the next train's arriving? Oh yeah, I need to do the whole AR code. Sitting in there with a shotgun. Well played. I honestly didn't think anyone would be in there. Oh well. Gulag it is. But, so, you know what I'm saying, right? So I just need to interrogate my friends if the name gets stolen, and if they tell the truth and no one actually did steal my name, then I know that someone else randomly came up with the name. But I mean, technically I could always put official before or after the name I created on like subsequent accounts. As long as it doesn't get taken on Twitch or YouTube, then I can be certain. I don't know if he's gonna try to kill me. He tried to kill me! Also, I was up against the Otter. If I was up against the Otter, I'm pretty sure he would be, you know, doing the friendly dance with me. Yeah, not this guy. Wasn't the Otter that I found in the pre-lobby. Oh well. If so, I was going to try to gain their trust and kill them. I mean, technically, that's not out of the ordinary for the actual animal of a penguin. There's been stuff like penguins have been known to push other penguins off into the water off of like their iceberg to test the waters to see if there's a predator. Isn't that just funny? And now, why would you ever need to know that? No clue. Maybe one day it will be in your biology or whatever college or high school class you take, that you just need to know that random bit of facts. By doing that, it might actually get you a top grade in a class from one simple fact. Who knows? But maybe you will. So you never know. Fun, but random facts with Penguin. Dun, 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 dun. But so, you know. I was hoping he was outside. I didn't see his head markers on the map. Or his shoot points on the map, or whatever it's called. Head markers? I don't know, I didn't see the red dot on the map. Oh well. Clever play, though, from me. But good play from him. So yeah. I don't know. I want to try to find... So, I have about a month now to create a channel name, because there's another school tournament. So, this is not for the team. This is just a school League of Legends 2v2 tournament. So, you know, it's just for fun. No money on the line, no nothing. No scholarship money, no team placement, nothing. It's just you and a friend versus two other friends in a tournament style. Try and win. For what? Bragging rights, most likely. I could try to do my research and see, is there money on the line? Do the winning team get to split a share of cash? The answer would probably be no. But hey, I can dream. But so I want to try to come up with, at least have my channel name figured out by then. Like, figure out my new, like, ID, my new brand name before, that date, so I could, you know, because I think they do broadcast that tournament, the 2v2 tournament, live, so, you know, if it is on air on, like, Twitch, it's like, you know, it's there, and like, you know what I'm trying to say? And maybe I could make it have my own, like, TTV within my League of Legends name or something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing right now. But like, I could do that. So I have about a month to deliberate and try to figure it out. Yeah. Months goes by really quick. And speaking, oh boy. Yeah, I just thought about something that I have to do that's probably even more pressing than trying to come up with a channel ID. Okay, so, you know what I said about opening up the orange crates would lead to the jump scare. Yeah, that's not true. Because I was bracing myself, tightening up my stomach, squinching my eyes, leaning further back into the chair, and no jump scare. But yeah, I guess I can leave Quarry now. Still haven't found it in hospital, airport. Could go to lumberyard. Yeah, might want to do that. This gun has thermal. But yeah, I would like to, because, well, yes, originally I did kind of foresee myself having the PenguinCraftJr name, if not like forever, at least for a long time. But I mean, it's also been 5 years since I created this channel, and when I created the channel, that was 5 years ago. Do you know how old I was at five years ago? 14. I mean, I guess the name does reflect kind of my mind at that time, PenguinCraftJr, when all the videos and video games I was watching and playing was Minecraft. And I was inspired by one of the YouTubers I was watching at the time, Paul Soros Jr., PSJ. You know, in hindsight, it's easy to see kind of my inspirations back then, and you know, I'm getting older now, and also I've been doing this insanity for the past 5 years. So, I mean, it technically really didn't start until 4 years ago. That's when I have you know, actually started producing video game content of Overwatch. So, you know, technically it didn't start until 5 years ago, or 4 years ago, but still, I was a kid back then, and I do kind of want to try, you know, I'm kind of hoping that, you know, one day I could have amassed to a following of some of the YouTubers, bigger time YouTubers of today. I'd hope I could grow a fan base like that, but unless if I want to literally uproot my entire channel and just make my name fitting and take the current name and mold it and mold the games I play around it, then I would have to, you know, I'd have to stop playing FPSs as often and go to Minecraft, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But, you know, but if I make a more generalized name that doesn't have essentially part of the game's title within the name, then, you know, if I do Minecraft, but then the next day I do Call of Duty, and then the next day I do Civilization, then the next day Hearts of Iron 4, you know, wouldn't be as jarring with a name like PenguinCraftJr. Because, you know, with the name, it comes with some expectations. You hear PenguinCraftJr, you're most likely thinking, Okay, a channel that does Minecraft content. So, if I have a more generalized name, then it's less content specific. And so, when people think, okay, let me look up this channel. Okay, that's the channel name. I heard my friends talking about this channel. Now let me look at it. Your first thoughts when you hear the name is one thing. And if you have essentially more or less one name fits all type name, like essentially that's what I'm saying. PenguinCraftJr, your first impressions, just based off the name alone, is Minecraft gaming. And then, when your first impressions don't quite line up, sometimes all it takes is a name. Like, if you hear, I don't know, what I'm essentially trying to say? It's like, if you're gonna watch videos, but the name just doesn't line up with the channel, or it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to watch this person. He sounds like the content he does is for kids, right? But if you only hear the name and don't actually stop to look at what the channel provides, then that's it. You might never look at the channel again. You might give it, I don't like the name of the channel. It sounds very kiddie. Not gonna watch it. That could be the difference between a subscriber and not. So, essentially what I'm saying is I want to try to get a more professional name than what I have. More professional, more mature, and something easier, something more search friendly. Because, yeah, I didn't really do I did a lot of research, but I made sure that no one else had the same name as me before I created. I think one of the original names that came up when I was wanting to create a channel was PenguinCraftJr. But I did a quick Google or YouTube search, and someone already had that channel name. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that channel name, because someone else is already using it. So, yeah, So, I want to make sure that when I create my new channel name, that it sounds more professional and it's algorithm friendly and search friendly. Like, you can easily just look up the name and not come across hardly anything else. Because literally, if you type in my name and you space it out, you get Penguin Crafts for juniors, for kids. Like how to make like a little plush penguin, essentially. And that's what happens if you space out my name. So I want to try to find the name that's, you can type it in. If it's a multiple word name, you can type it in condensed down, spaced out, whatever. No matter how you type it, it'll point you back to me. And yeah, should I have done this when I first started the channel? Should I have thought about that when I was starting the channel? Essentially, yes, I should have. But you also have to consider the timing. I was only like what, 14 when I created this channel. So, you know, while there are many brilliant 14-year-olds, you know, you can't predict everything, and like this wasn't something that was popping through my head when I was 14. So, you know, it's something that I learned myself just through that I came to the decision of on my own. And yeah, I mean, there's no buy stations near me. Great. They can't take advantage of this fire cell. Oh well. How's Ammo doing? Ammo's doing fine. Let me come up here. Why? One way up. If I need to, I can drop down into gun store, or it's that building right there. And also, looks like I'm inside a gun store. And on top of it. I have a gas mask, they probably do too. I'm guessing he's going to check this building next. Which way is my shadow going? Make a mad dash for the truck. Let's go. I think he just pre-fired a door. Thermite was tanking the health of this truck. But it was a smart idea to do that. Strafing out the way of where I was predicting it would come from. Yep. Kind of predicted that because the airstrike was going towards me instead of away from me. You know, where the person who was my hunter was. I had a feeling that someone was up here. So, yep. Has this fence always been here? Have I just never noticed it? I mean, it is entirely possible. I need to be careful because the person who had the bounty on me might still be trying to find me. Not going up there. Okay. People could be in there. One door open. Okay. Still got a bit to go. You heard that too, right? Like a wailing or something from over here? Like, is there a bunker nearby? I'm not gonna say it sounded like a bunker door opening, but it kind of sounded like a bunker door opening. The bunker that I know is here and here. All the other bunkers, to my knowledge, are out of the map. The sound was coming from this direction. So it's entirely possible that someone did open that bunker, but it's a little bit late in the match for someone to open up the bunker. I don't know if you need a key card for it, or if you just don't. I don't know. Good job. I did not see you there. You were hiding in a bush. Okay. That... Oh boy. Fine, that's fine. I didn't realize I still had gulag. Nice. Still got ghoulie. Good. But yeah, yeah. I've kind of just said everything like a broken record about trying to build my channel brand and rebranding it. I've kind of literally, you know, was like a broken record and said everything multiple times over. Good job. Got one more game in me, then I gotta wrap up. I mean, technically not school night. I mean, technically yes, it's school night, but technically no. I have no classes to technically today because it just struck midnight recently. So, yeah, technically yes and no to it being a school night. So yeah, fun times. Also, another thing with kind of like me rebranding myself, especially if I decide to move streams over to Twitch, which seems like a logical jump just because, you know, on YouTube, you kind of want your videos to be, I think the current algorithm likes 10-minute long 10 minutes or longer videos. But, you know, most times the videos that do well are probably going to be about an average video from like gaming YouTubers is about 30 minutes long. They don't really go much longer than 30 to 40 minutes. And if they do, I think there's a tendency that they start to lose like retention time. So I think the average retention time for gaming YouTubers is probably about 20-30 minutes. So yeah, seeing that just the other week I had a 5-hour-long stream. Really fun, by the way. It was fun. I liked it. But yeah, no one would watch post live a 5-hour-long stream. They might jump around in it and watch maybe a few minutes here, watch, for example, playing Phasmophobia. They might watch a few matches of Phasmophobia. But once it got to Terraria at the end of the stream, they would jump around most likely. I can't see specific analytics from exact seconds. Like, at this... Oh, my phone just fell. Like, at this specific second, your retention time from your first 10 minutes, this is your retention time. It doesn't have that statistic. But the statistics it does have is just overall retention time and overall watch. So, I would probably move streams over to Twitch. That just seems like a semi-logical thing to do. And plus, on Twitch, it's more of a... The environment's more... I'm going to hop in, watch for a bit, no commitment to watching a long time, and then, oh, I accidentally just watched like 6 hours of this one person's live stream. That may or may not have happened to me multiple times. Yeah. So, you know, the person that I've been saying that I've got channel ideas from, that I wanted to kind of make medieval themes so I could have a tavern in my stream stuff. Yeah, I think I have about a day's worth of watching his footage. And I think I don't know when I started watching his streams, but it couldn't have been less than a week ago. Maybe 2 weeks. And today, yeah, I watch... When I start watching his streams, I don't often leave until late. I still haven't seen the end of his stream, but yeah, I've watched a little over a full 24 hours of Dust the Vikings streams within like 4 or 5 streams worth. So yeah, on Twitch is where I think on Twitch it's more likely that people stay and watch streams, like will watch long videos, especially if they're live. They will probably watch like 6 hours of you playing a game if it's live on Twitch. I was about to say, was it being third party, but no, hit marker's still the same direction. Good try. Valiant effort, sir. Did I get the one for downtown? Yes, I did. Good. Was this an ammo box? Armor, okay. I do have a red access key card, though. Next on my list is hospital. Medic! Medic! I need some aid from the hospital! Medic! uh, but yeah, so on Twitch, it's when people go to Twitch, they are normally on there for at least an hour or so watching their people on stream. And if they really like a person, they'll stay for longer. If you didn't, if on stream you didn't come from someone else, like essentially you didn't see on some other social media that this person was going live, so it's not. So on Twitch, there's essentially, you could say there are two different variations. Okay. Camping in the corner. Okay, I should have expected that. Oh well. But on Twitch, if you're just browsing on Twitch and didn't come from someone's YouTube or other social media platforms, then you might hop in like one of the people at the top of the categories or one of the recommended streams, and you'll watch them for a bit. If you don't just quite vibe with them, as the current generation would say, or as they currently say nowadays, if you don't vibe with someone, you'll probably move on to the next. If you vibe with the game but don't vibe with the streamer, then you'll go to the next person down the list, and so on and so forth. But then once you find a streamer that you just vibe with, you'll stick with them for a bit. Follows them, and after a bit of being a follower, you're like, you know what, I really like your content, I've been in your community now for a bit, and you have some pretty good emotes and stuff like that. I won't play the whole game. You have some good emotes and stuff like that. I love being part of your channel. I'm going to pay money to subscribe to you. And, I really like your content. I'm going to give you bits and donate to you. Alright? That can happen, if you vibe with a streamer and you follow them for a bit, and you just finally want to show more support than just being a watcher in their channel. You might actually, give them money by donation or being a subscriber on Twitch. So, instead of a follower. So, that's essentially kind of what you do on Twitch. If you don't vibe with someone, you move on to the next channel. So, like, you could hop in for a stream for 2 seconds and decide you don't vibe with someone, and then boom, you're on to the next streamer. So, Twitch is really... It's hard to kind of build yourself up on Twitch, because you instantly go to the bottom of your categories. The only other thing would be getting recommended, and I don't know how, the algorithm recommends Twitch users, or how the algorithm recommends people, how the algorithm recommends. Is that there are certain tags, or these are people that play the same game, these are people that have been associated with the streamer that you've been watching? I don't know. But other than that, other than being recommended, what's gonna happen is you're gonna be at the very bottom of the list. So if I play Phasmophobia, I go all the way down to the bottom of the Phasmophobia streams. And the only way that people find me is if they specifically are looking for new streamers with low view counts to, support the little guys and build up the the younger community, the streamers that don't have a big following yet. The little guys. Yeah, that's... Yeah, the little guys. Uh, so, other than people trying to build up the little guys, you're most likely not going to be venturing all the way to the bottom of a category. So, like I've heard many times, Twitch is not where you get found. Twitch is where you go to, like, reap your rewards of your brand. But I mean, could it be possible? Yes. And so probably what I would be doing is... So technically I know what I need to do to grow. It's just I never take my own words that I've found from either that I've said myself or that I deep down know is how I grow. You know, you pump out consistent content, short but sweet content on a regular, consistent basis, and over time... that got me. I was... Literally, the other few chests I opened up this game, I was literally bracing myself. I was not bracing myself for that one. I got too comfortable. But, like, I know the advice of how you grow as a brand and as a channel. I know the advice. I've probably even given the advice to other people that I know who are kind of starting to build up a channel kind of deal. I've probably given them the same advice. And I don't use the advice myself. Oh boy. So, you know, I need to take my own advice, and the information that I know is how you grow as a YouTuber and as a streamer. I need to take that advice. Because no one's... Besides for, like, some possible channels that might have told me this is how you grow. Other than that, I've kind of came across this information kind of on my own. I mean, I can't give myself all the credit because, you know, I consistently watch other creators on other platforms via YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. So, you know, in a sense, I'm surrounded by content creators. If not within my own friend groups, people that I talk to, within the media that I watch. It's people who essentially are doing what I want to do, and so, like, I know what I need to do to get to their position, because I've heard it from word of mouth from them. It's just I never do it. I mean, I've technically tried a little bit, but yeah. So, you know, I know what I need to do, and I finally think, you know, it's starting to kick in. Like, I've been doing this for 5 years now. I have not seen whatsoever the growth that I thought I would have at this point when I started. And I'm ready to make the changes so that I can actually start seeing the growth and start seeing the outcomes that I thought I would be getting at this point all the way back when I started. So, you know, I think I'm finally... It's kind of like growing up. At one point, like, you know how... I guess as a kid, like, some things just have a certain, like, charm to them. Like, as a kid, it's all about playing games with your friends outside, playing tag and that kind of stuff. Oh, I almost killed him. But then at a certain point, it's like, let's not play tag. Let's just hang out and chat. You know, so there's a certain time where recess becomes less about playing games with fellow classmates and actually just kind of about hanging out and chatting, you know, I guess. So, you know, I think I'm finally ready to, you know, do what I need to do to actually see the growth that I want. I think I've said that and kind of framed that correctly. I don't know. Ooh, that was good. I won't play one more game. That was too quick. So, you know, I've been doing the same thing pretty much for 4-ish years straight. And I think it's finally time that I analyze what I've been doing, see the strengths, see the weaknesses, and see where I can grow, see what I've been doing that works, see what I've done that hasn't, and then make changes accordingly. You know, it's time to try to take it to the next level. From, I mean, sure, you could say treat it as a job, but technically until I'm getting paid, even then, like with streaming and that kind of stuff, unless you're playing like competitive esports, then treat that like a job. But like streaming, it's a hobby. Treat it as a hobby. Have fun with it. Don't be stressed about your content, essentially, especially with streaming. And just kind of let it happen. And that kind of stuff. And like essentially don't force it to, I don't know, because I technically just contradicted myself. I literally said don't force it, after I said I want to change up so I can see. Essentially, if you break down what I've said, I want to force change myself so that I can see different results. And see, some things sound better in your head, and once they leave your mouth, you're like, I could have phrased that differently. I'm not really getting my point across. It didn't come out quite how I wanted it to. You know, so, you know, essentially do as a... I don't know if you should do as I say or do as I do. I don't know. Oh boy. But you kind of understand what I'm saying, I hope. But like, if you're going to stream and you want to actually get paid for it, if you try to treat it like a job, that might be putting a lot of extra stress on you. Then if you think of it as a hobby kind of deal, I think the person who I've been watching their streams and videos of a lot lately, Dust the Viking, I think he's given advice to people asking how to grow their streams, I think, and he's essentially not, he hasn't exactly said what I said, he said a lot better, but it's like, treat it as a hobby and not a job. That was a close one. So, have I been efficient about getting my point across? No. But, I mean, I hope you understand essentially what I'm trying to say. I mean, right now I'm in no position to give like really advice to newcomers and people who want to grow and like essentially. That's the Viking, the person who I've been watching a lot recently. He does that full time. He streams and does YouTube. He's a content creator full time. He does not have a job. Streaming is his job. I mean, until I make it where I'm consistently getting maybe 100 people in a stream and several and 100 or so or 100 and so views on created content, maybe then I will be eligible to actually get advice. But you know, as for now, I mean, I can give the advice that I've heard from others, but I cannot attest to how it works because I have not listened to that advice myself. And so sorry, I just heard something back there. Maybe they're on top of me, I can't tell. But, you know, until I start building up myself and my channel, I'm not really in that much of a position to be giving advice, really. Or giving advice on my own accord. Because I can give the advice of people who I watch. I can give advice they give. That's the only advice that I have to offer, is advice from others that claims it works. Kind of deal. So, I mean, I could also be given advice and just say, take it with a grain of salt. I am not a big YouTuber, streamer, or anything. This is just advice that I've heard, advice from myself, advice from others. This is kind of a conglomeration of all the advice that I kind of have, that I've heard of. So take it with that in that respect. That would probably be the better thing. I mean, technically both still works. Either the position of I'm not really in the position to be giving advice, or any advice that I say, take it with a grain of salt. Because, like these people, that I'm essentially saying advice that they've given out. They've been in the game a lot longer than me, and so, you know, they are better equipped in charisma and talking skills. So, while what I might say might seem a bit abrasive, what they're saying is like smooth and buttery. Because they've been in the game for a bit, and because they've been in the game that they have like interpersonal skills, I guess, or better developed interpersonal skills than I have. So my advice may seem sharp and jagged when the people who I've heard this advice from, it's not sharp and jagged. So yeah, anything that I've said, especially about like growing as a content creator, take it with a grain of salt, and just know that I'm essentially repeating with a few edits and changes that probably aren't due from what I've heard from other people who are more successful. By more successful, I mean successful. Oh, I didn't brace for that one either. Ugh. Okay, that was scary. Fine. Yay. I'm gonna open this one. The problem is, it's just so loud. Do I have Storage Town, Port Lumber, TV, Hills, or Superstore, and Train? mean, I do have a train depot near me. And I have a superstore nearby. Both are in zone for a bit. I could take the train and go over to downtown. And from downtown, I can go over to port, but that's already... I'm going to check this train depot. Maybe check another one or two. Like hop on the train, travel to downtown's depot, then travel back. They're a bit away from me. And then hit up Superstore. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yes. Okay. The only reason why I would want to get a load up drop now is for the perks. Other than that, I'm set in stone. I don't know if it insta-downs you if you, like, insta-kills you if you touch that. I don't know. But I don't want to try it, to say the least. But yeah, yeah, if I keep talking, I'm probably going to sound like a broken record. That's my problem. Especially when I'm talking about, like, trying to give advice, or talking about things like how I've talked about my channel. Ah, good job. I ADS too hard. Maybe if I didn't ADS, and maybe if I had the SMG, I could have killed them. Maybe. I don't know. Oh well. This is gonna be final game because it's 12:30. Just about. Yeah. But yeah, so I can't really give any more advice because I don't really have any more advice to give. Kind of deal. Okay. Yeah. I didn't play that well. Oh well. Well, we did do a lot for the Haunting of Verdansk, trick-or-treat challenges. We only got 2. Okay. One, I wish I could kind of zoom in on this. And two, what I was going to say is maybe it's kind of placed over the area that exactly is where your chest spawns. But I don't think so because that almost looks like it's on the right side of hydropower, but mine was by the fire station on the left side, so I don't think that's an exact statement. Okay, so for the next time that I try this, I see a good rotation now. So Superstore to... Okay, now here's the thing. See where trains is? I wonder if train location varies. Oh, okay, so how it's positioned, I don't know if that's talking about subway systems or the actual physical moving train on the map? I mean, I can always try the physical train. Okay, so if that's the case, then never mind about Superstore to train. But it could be talking about the physical train, which in that case I can try. Other than that, I'm missing port, gulag, so prison, and where is it? Here it is. So these three are right beside each other, and lumber. So technically, there's nothing in farmland, in the farms, but that's still technically a decent rotation path. Gulag to a lumberyard to port. No. Gulag to port to a lumberyard. That would be a better rotation. Most likely. If anything, the Gulag, so prison to port. That's pretty close together. If you drop and get lucky and it's on top of the Palisades, at the top of prison, then you can quickly parachute from prison. Is there people there? Or people at port? And you can quickly drop from one location to the next. See that I have one person watching. How are you doing? Unfortunately, pal, I think he just came at the end of the stream. Sorry. It's 12:30. I need to be wrapping up. Well, I don't have school tomorrow. I do have some school work and stuff like that. So I just need to be wrapping up. I'll be back tomorrow night around the same time. Start stream 9 o'clock. And what I'll be doing is I will hopefully be playing on the PC some Phasmophobia with Miniac, maybe Sparrow, depending on if she can get it and play it. Then ending off the stream with either possibly Rebel Inc. Escalations, a real-time strategy game that's pretty fun, or I will be ending the stream of tomorrow night's stream with League of Legends. I do not know as of right now which will have a goal. Okay, I do like this one. That's pretty nice. It's a holographic. So unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I gotta be wrapping up the stream soon. I'm just looking at all the stuff that I've gotten from playing. Do I have to equip it? That looks cool. So yeah, I'm just clearing all of this stuff out. Okay, these two aren't bad. They kind of do look cool. But yeah, I'm sorry. I should be on same time, roughly same time as tomorrow, starting at 9 o'clock, maybe earlier, depending on how things go. A lot of my stuff is really tentative, with like start times and stuff like that. Oh shoot, I remember. Oh man, oh well. I guess I'll try to think of it tomorrow. So one thing that I was gonna say earlier in the stream, which I'm now gonna have to hold until later, is my thinkings and my thought process for how to be more consistent with my streams, and kind of a possible new channel schedule. I don't know if I actually did or didn't mention it. Ooh, that's cool. I guess I can say briefly. So, I'm either planning on, one, completely changing around my sleep schedule so that I can wake up and do like a 3-hour stream before my 10 a.m. class, so like starting from 6 going to 9, just because on Tuesdays, if I were to stream on Tuesdays, I would have to leave my house by 9:20. So 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. or consistently do it throughout the week at nighttime, starting about 8 going to 11 or something like that. I don't know. That's something that I thought about recently. I don't know if it was it was most likely now last night, because I was processing everything about channel growth and that kind of stuff in my head last night around like 1 a.m. Unfortunately. Not unfortunately. Unfortunately for my sleep, but so yeah. But that being said, that's kind of my base idea. I can either do an AM stream or a PM stream, or during the week do AM streams, and at the weekends do PM streams, or night streams, morning streams and night streams. I don't know. Right now, everything with the future of the channel is more or less tentative, because I want to see myself grow. I want to see this channel get to the place where I thought it should, or where it could have been by now. I want to see it grow. So, yeah. So a lot of stuff about the future is tentative, and a lot of stuff is probably going to change regarding the future, and the future of my channel. But you know what? That's actually a good thing, because for me, I will grow this community and, hopefully be what I wanted to be when I was a kid, and, not necessarily be the creators that I kind of watched as a kid when I got home from school and was like, this is so fun to watch. Like, oh man, I wish I could tell you a part of their team. That kind of stuff. I'm not saying I'm going to mimic those people, but, I will get to build my channel and that kind of stuff. Build my brand name, which for me could have some like personal gain stuff, like YouTube I could get monetized, Twitch I could get a part of the affiliate program and get ads on and start getting paid from Twitch, and YouTube could pay me. I don't know. That's what my young self wanted to happen eventually with my channel, is getting paid to do YouTube. But for you guys, what that means, you get more consistent videos, and probably even better quality videos. And so for you guys, you get better quality stuff. For me, I don't know, I hit goals I wanted to hit, I guess. Become the YouTubers and streamers, or start to become a YouTuber and streamer that I wanted to be as a kid, and like, kind of not necessarily follow in the people who I wanted to like meet in person, streamer wise and YouTuber wise, but hopefully be that person that, if I go to like TwitchCon, people will actually want to say hi to me and actually know my name, that kind of stuff. But as for now, that's all just a big fantasy for the future. So that is going to be a bit away, and it's going to take a bit of work. But, if you guys stick with me, I'm sure you guys will get better content from me. And hey, maybe one day you guys will actually be able to recognize my face in public from my streams and that kind of stuff. Like, actually would want to meet me at like a convention kind of deal. I don't know. Right now I'm just kind of rambling. This always happens when I try to end up my streams. I never want to end them. So I always just ramble. And unless if I have a good rambling topic that I really know kind of really well, it's literally starts to become a broken record. Me in a nutshell, broken record with some of my topics. uh, Fun times, fun times. But yeah, I have to be wrapping up now. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe. And to stay up to date with what I do, please ring that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, take it easy.